Hello everyone, today we are going to start with the topic preparation of phenol. We've already finished alcohols in our previous videos and today we will be doing the methods of preparation of phenol. The first method of preparation of phenol is a very important method. It's an industrial method known as Dow's process. In Dow's process, we are going to break the bond between carbon and chlorine. That means we are just going to cause hydrolysis of it in the presence of alkali. So we can say this as alkaline hydrolysis of haloarenes. Now, as we have already studied, the bond between carbon and chlorine is extremely strong because of the electronegativity of sp2 hybridized carbon atom, which pulls the electrons strongly towards itself, making the bond shorter and stronger. And the second thing which we saw is the resonance phenomenon. Because of resonance, the bond between carbon and chlorine is going to be a partial double bond. So because of these two factors, this bond is not going to break very easily. And if you want to get phenol from chlorobenzene, it's not an easy job. It's not easy for you to break this carbon chlorine bond and get carbon oxygen bond. But still, nothing is impossible. So you can definitely do some strong and vigorous conditions to break this bond. So very high temperature of around 623 Kelvin has to be used, very high pressure of 300 atmospheres, and concentrated sodium hydroxide will be used, caustic soda. Now when this heating is done at such high temperature and pressure, the bond breaks and we get a salt, sodium phenoxide, O minus Na plus. Okay, sodium phenoxide. So that is the way you're going to write it, sodium phenoxide. And naturally it is a salt which contains sodium ions. We don't want sodium, we want hydrogen. So naturally we are going to add acid little bit to it, dilute HCl. So the H plus will replace the Na plus and we will get H. The Cl from here and the Na from here will be going out as the byproduct. So this was an excellent method, a large scale method for preparation of phenol from chlorobenzene. The name is Dow's process. Let's see the second method. The second method is a very small scale method. It's from benzene. Benzene will be treated with oleum, H2S2O7, everyone is aware of it, pyrosulfuric acid. Its formula is this, and actually if you look at it, it is comprised of H2SO4 plus SO3. So instead of this, someone can also write it as fuming sulfuric acid. The point is that we are going to take highly concentrated sulfuric acid, or we may take oleum like this. Sulfonation will take place and benzene will get converted into benzene sulfonic acid. Look at that. So if you want to see the reaction, how did this happen, which you already studied in class 11th, you may have a look at it. See, this is the structure of your sulfuric acid. Okay, and when benzene attacks, the electrophilic attack takes place this way. The OH minus will be going out. So from benzene H plus goes out, and from the reagent the OH minus goes out, and this entire group, that is your SO3H sulfonic group, gets attached to benzene. So you get this product, benzene sulfonic acid. So benzene sulfonic acid. Sulfonic acids are highly reactive compounds. They are very strong acids and they are used to prepare detergents. Now coming to the reaction further, we are going to add sodium hydroxide to this because benzene sulfonic acid is an acid. We will neutralize it by adding excess of sodium hydroxide, which will result in the formation of sodium phenoxide once again. The byproducts going out here will be your Na2SO3, sodium sulfite, plus some water molecules will also be going out. So these will be your byproducts. Now how did this happen? I'll just show the reaction, but it is not compulsory for you to show this in exam. Let's see. Now first step, this H plus will get replaced by Na plus. So what do you get? You get benzene with SO3 bond as it is and O minus Na plus, isn't it? So you're going to get H plus knocked out from here and the OH minus knocked out from NaOH, and the byproduct was water. Sodium benzene sulfonate is the salt which is formed. Still we are continuing with excess of sodium hydroxide. So much of sodium hydroxide you're adding. So this entire thing will go out. Look at that. So we'll be releasing out Na2SO3, sodium sulfite, as one of the products. Then look at this, focus here, you will be getting OH from here coming out with the H plus. Water is also going to come out, and what do you get? You get this. Look at that. You get benzene attached with ONA, sodium phenoxide. Now how to convert sodium phenoxide to phenol is simply by acidification. You can add dilute HCl and the product is obtained. You get phenol plus, if you had taken HCl for example like this, so the H has gone there, the Cl will go with the sodium, so you get sodium chloride as the product. Now what kind of questions can be asked in the board exam? Simple. You'll be asked a question like, if you're given benzene and some inorganic chemicals like sulfuric acid and sodium hydroxide, how are you going to prepare phenol? Naturally, they're asking you this method, so you write it down. Or in conversions, you may require to prepare it. Let us see now the third method. The third method is very important one. It is also a very small scale method from benzene diazonium salts. Now this name is very much familiar to all of you. You must know this formula also, benzene diazonium salts. So the most common one which we take in our conversions is this salt, benzene diazonium chloride. Let us start how to do this method. Now first we will see how to prepare this compound. How to prepare this compound from benzene. So let's take benzene first. So whatever steps we are doing will be important for your conversions. So it will be important to pay attention here. So benzene reacted with nitrating mixture. What is nitrating mixture? We have already done concentrated HNO3 plus concentrated H2SO4, where the role of H2SO4 is to act as a catalyst and also to absorb water, which means it acts as a dehydrating agent. What happens during nitration? What happens during nitration? Nitro group gets attached to benzene, isn't it? So the nitro group will get attached. Let me show you the structure of nitric acid once so that you understand in a better way. See, this will be the structure of nitric acid. And when benzene attacks the nitrogen, you can see if it attacks like this, the OH goes out. So from benzene, what is going out? As we know, every time H plus goes out, and from here OH minus is going out. So the byproduct coming out here is H2O. So NO2, that is nitro group, has got attached to benzene. The next step is to reduce it. To reduce nitrobenzene, the best method in your book given is tin plus HCl or iron plus HCl. So this is the best method, let me tell you. Please remember this. And you will not use any unnecessary reducing agents like H2PD or LiAlH4 and all that. So the best choice over here if you want to reduce nitrobenzene is metallic reduction. Extremely important for your exam. Okay. Now, what products will be formed? Oxygens will be removed from here because you are reducing it. So you will get NO2 instead of that NH2. Here you get the simplest aromatic amine, simplest aromatic primary amine. We will treat this with sodium nitrite plus HCl at a very low temperature, 0 to 5 degrees Celsius. Now when we do this, sodium nitrite plus HCl, you must know we will get HNO2. We will be getting HNO2. What is this? HNO2? Nitrous acid. Nitrous acid is important for your P block chapter also. Nitrous acid is very unstable, hence it has to be prepared in C2 at the time of reaction. So we are preparing it at very cold, ice cold conditions and at the time of reaction. And what happens to nitrous acid if you just leave it like that? You know, you've already studied in P block chapter, it disproportionates. It disproportionates to give you two compounds, nitric acid plus your nitric oxide. These two compounds will be formed. And the oxidation state of nitrogen, if you try to see, is going to be plus 3 here. Look at that, plus 3 here, and over here plus 5, and over here plus 2. So from plus 3 it is getting increased, it is getting oxidized. From plus 3 it is getting decreased, it is getting reduced. So self-oxidation, self-reduction is nothing but disproportionation. So why are we using this ice cold condition? Why are we preparing nitrous acid at the time of reaction? Because it's highly unstable. What happens to it? It undergoes disproportionation. Alright, so let us now continue with this reaction. So when nitrous acid reacts with aniline, we will get benzene diazonium salt, benzene diazonium chloride. This is the salt which we get, plus the byproducts coming out here, NaCl plus H2O. this H2 has gone out. Okay, so we'll be getting this kind of products. 2 NaCls actually we'll be getting. So if you balance it out, it will be 2 HCl, 2 NaNO2 and 2 NaCl, 2 H2O. Now in organic chemistry, nobody is going to check the balancing in board exam, but definitely for inorganic chemistry, balancing is required. Now let me tell you, this step from aniline to diazonium chloride is called as diazotization. So short notes on diazotization can be asked in the board exam. What is diazotization? The conversion of primary aromatic amines into benzene diazonium salts is called diazotization. Now what we are going to do to this salt, which is extremely unstable at room temperature, we will slightly warm it with water. When we warm it with water, the H plus of water will be going with the Cl minus. The OH minus of water is going to attack the benzene over here, and the nitrogen will be going out as a gas. Isn't it? So nitrogen goes out, HCl goes out, and what is getting attached here is phenol. OH. So eventually the answer which you get is phenol. So this was the third method from benzene diazonium salt. It is a small scale method. Let me revise this once again. First, nitration of benzene to get nitrobenzene. Reduction of nitrobenzene using metallic reduction technique to give you aniline. Conversion of aniline into benzene diazonium salts by a reaction known as diazotization, during which we are using special acid, that is HNO2, nitrous acid. The acid has to be prepared in the reaction at the time of reaction in the test tube, because it's very, very unstable. Now the benzene diazonium salt itself is unstable. Let us just react it with water and slightly warm it. It will break down to give you nitrogen gas, HCl and phenol. Let us go to the last method. This method is called oxidation of isopropyl benzene. It's also known as cumene. This method is an industrial method. Now how do you do this? Let's have a look. We will take the first raw material, isopropyl benzene. How does iso group look like? We already know. It looks like this with hydrogen over here. So this is your cumene or isopropyl benzene. We are going to react it with oxygen from air, and the oxygen will get incorporated here so that the cumene gets converted into peroxide. So we will get CH3 instead of writing single bond H. With these both oxygens you put here O-H. What is this? What is this? Hydrogen peroxide kind of bond is there, so peroxide linkage. So this is cumene hydroperoxide, and this compound we are going to now hydrolyze this. Hydrolyze it now like this. Look at that. What you are going to do? Break the bond, break the bond. So what do you get here? The OH will go and attach at benzene and phenol is formed. And this entire fragment which you are removing, CH3, 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 C, CH3, it's a common sense. You will not write single bond O, you will be writing double bond O. So in this method we get both the products as extremely good products. The byproduct acetone is also good. It is an industrial solvent and it is one of the ketones. Nail polish remover is acetone. So today we have finished all the 4 methods of phenol, out of which 2 were the industrial method. The first one was the technique where we use Dow's process, and the second one is isopropyl benzene oxidation. So that's all from this video. I think you must have understood what is the method of preparation. Keep watching, keep studying. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.